Hi folks, I'm from HotAndRoot.com and Galaxy Note 4 Root.com. For this week's ROM of the week, do check out SOKP ROM. One of the things I really like about this ROM is that you get full multi-window, split window like here, and you can go ahead and resize it if you want, which is really nice. A lot of AOSP ROMs don't have this, but SOKP ROM does have it. This is one of the main features. One of the things I like about it, this is running on the latest Android 5.1.1 as you can see. I switched back to AOSP ROM this week because I was running my Galaxy S6 last whole week, and then I switched back to my Note 4 running a TouchWiz Lollipop ROM. And I could notice a slight lag compared to the S6. I mean, simply because the S6 has a much faster processor. I mean, it's the performance gains you get with this phone is 30 to 40%. So I had to find a faster ROM that didn't give me lag, and if you install pretty much any AOSP ROM like CM12.1 or SOKP ROM here, Resurrection Remix, AICP, Bliss Pop, I mean there's a ton out there, you'll get pretty much the same speeds as the Galaxy S6. Just because unless you're playing games or doing anything graphic intensive that requires a lot of CPU power, for light stuff like email, typing, web browsing, stuff like that, there's not going to be too much difference between running an AOSP ROM on the Note 4 and the Galaxy S6, even though this has much faster processor. That's because these apps don't require such fast processing power. Even if you had a Note 2, it would run just as fast as the Galaxy S6. So one of the benefits of running AOSP ROM, and one of the reasons I went back to it. And I just feel like a lot of TouchWiz ROMs on the XDA right now, especially for the Note 4, a lot of them are buggy. Like I'll have a problem with the USB OTG not working, which I use all the time. You won't have that problem with this ROM. So if you haven't tried AOSP ROMs, definitely give it a try. Of course, you're gonna lose features like any TouchWiz features like your LED case. If you have a S-View case or Gear S watch, you're gonna lose those features, but you know, you can always switch back. But I just like it for daily driving, for doing most of the stuff, which is emailing, going on YouTube, Twitter, you know, Periscope, stuff like that. I just feel like AOSP ROMs are more efficient, you know, and that's the beauty of the Note 4. And Note 5 just came out, and you're not going to have any AOSP ROMs just because it's running on Exynos. Exynos is great and fast, but the open source compatibility to install like ROMs like CM12.1 is very little. Actually, it's still in development after months of release for the S6 and the S6 Edge. We might have it, but I just feel like it's going to be still buggy. Whereas anything Qualcomm based, because the Cyanogen team, mod team, they support all the Qualcomm CPUs, is a lot better. So another reason why you should stick with the Note 4, just install AOSP ROM for most things. I mean, you're not going to notice a huge difference by getting the Note 5. The Note 5 has exactly the same screen. The only thing that's better is that it has a better CPU. A camera is better, of course, but it's the same camera as the Galaxy S6. If you're coming from like a Note 3, then I would upgrade to the Note 5. But otherwise, if you're on Note 4, I would just stick for another year for the Note 6 with Qualcomm, you know, 820. Anyway, we got too far off ground there, off topic. If you go into settings and SOKP ROM control, you'll find all the customizations here. SOKP has a lot of the same features of a lot of the other ROMs like AICP, all of that. Actually, it probably has more. So it's a full feature customizable ROM. One of the first things I did is, you know, I disabled enlarge first row, show 4 tiles per row. That way I can put a whole lot more stuff there. You can see I can actually put, if I wanted, I could fill up this whole page with like 16 shortcuts if you want. And you can go ahead and configure your shortcuts. Let me go ahead and show you some of the stuff it has here. All right, USB tethering, LTEs is kind of good if you want to save some battery life. I don't know why you would with a big battery life, but if you need it to, you can go ahead and switch back to 3G HSPA. All right, quick settings, all of your quick settings there. I won't go over all of them because I'm always going over on my channel, and they're pretty much identical. Some of the stuff that's cool that I did is hardware buttons, of course. Double tap to my camera. So this is like the Galaxy S6 shortcut, so I can go ahead and go quickly to my camera anytime. which is very nice. Let's go ahead and look at some other stuff you can do. Of course, you can get soft buttons, and there's also this custom menu for Layers Manager. You can go ahead and install, uninstall, backup, overlays. Pretty cool. And let's go ahead and go into Power menu. You'll be able to get screen recording, screenshots, all of these options here. And other than that, you get Pi controls. Go ahead and enable that. You'll have to slide in from the center or the left or the top, and you'll be able to set your favorite shortcuts. And you can even do long press here. I've got it set to my screenshot, so you can set that all here in the buttons. If you go to the second layer, you can go ahead and customize your second layer. You can go ahead and add a ton of extra buttons if you want with the Pi controls. All right, so that is nice. Gesture anywhere, app circle bar, recent panel, floating window, all of these options. So it's a very nicely made ROM with a ton of features. And 5.1.1 has been out for a while, and TouchWiz is just coming out with 5.1.1 on several phones, like my S6 has it. But I just feel like TouchWiz, Samsung has just really made it into TouchWiz, so you don't really get to enjoy 5.1.1. Another reason why I'm running AOSP ROM, because I can do one finger here to see my notifications, or do two fingers to see my quick settings. Just little things like that. Also, I just feel like it's fun to run Android 5.1.1. And this is definitely one of the most fun ROMs to run on your Note 4. Again, there's a ton of great ROMs. You can try AICP, Resurrection Remix, Bliss Pop. They're all great ROMs to run on your Note 4. But this is another one of them. Of course, the main feature for this one is that you'll be able to do floating windows easily and also do split windows. So that is really nice. You can also snap it to the left and right, which is cool. I think you can actually do multi-quad maybe window, but probably not worth it. Anyway, definitely check it out for this week's ROM Week. This is actually my daily driver, and I've switched back to AOSP. I'm just switching back and forth, sometimes I feel like TouchWiz, sometimes this week I feel like AOSP, but definitely I have to say 5.1.1 is a lot more stable because it's been out for AOSP ROMs, whereas TouchWiz is just getting started, so you actually might find more bugs. And I feel like there's actually more bugs, like some custom ROMs I've tried on TouchWiz, like my USB OTG cable isn't working. I mean, I use a lot of OTG stuff. This is an OTG flash drive. These are great also if you have like a Galaxy S6. You don't have removable storage. Just plug it in, copy your files, and you're done. And this one is also USB 3.0. But I'll have a review of this on my main channel. This is the one of the world's fastest USB 3.0 flash drives. Anyway. I will see you guys soon. Check it out. Do let me know what you think of this ROM. If you have a Note 4, definitely install it. And that's pretty much it. And I'll see you guys soon. As always, stay on Android.